South Korea and North Korea are two countries that share a history, yet diverge on almost every path imaginable. From the glittering lights of Seoul to the secretive shadows of Pyongyang, we're exploring 10 mind-blowing facts comparing North and South Korea. Dive into a world where Olympic victories and political systems paint a vivid picture of contrast. Here, freedom of expression and pursuing beauty take on entirely different meanings. And while South Korea dances to the global beat of K-pop, North Korea marches to a very different drum. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged as we journey through the remarkable differences and surprising parallels between these two nations. Number 1. Political system. Boom. Split decision. Korea cracks in two after a nasty war, and the political systems that emerge are about as different as K-pop and, well, whatever plays on repeat in North Korea. South Korea? Democracy is central. You pick your leaders, multiple parties throw their hats in the ring, and it's a competition to see who can run the country like a boss. Think performance review by the people. Gotta keep those politicians on their toes. Now, scoot north across that border and bam, the party's over. Literally. There's only one. North Korea is a one-party state, like a giant club with only one membership option. And guess who's been running the show for decades? The Kim fam. They've basically turned the whole country into a family business. No free speech, no choosing leaders, and the government calls the shots on everything. It's like a whole different rule book. South Korea is all about competition and choice, while North Korea is about control and, well, keeping the Kims in charge. Talk about two different political realities. Number 2, plastic surgery. Okay, buckle up for a beauty breakdown between North and South Korea. South Korea, they're the undisputed kings and queens of cosmetics. They churn out innovative beauty products and set global trends. Even major international brands are lining up to get a piece of the action. Remember that Estee Lauder bought a South Korean skincare company in 2015? Yeah, that kind of big league. Now, North Korea, they're stuck in a beauty bubble. Forget global trends. Their citizens barely know what's hot outside their borders. Money's tight for most folks, so fancy makeup and surgery are way out of reach. But for the privileged few, they sneak around the technically illegal plastic surgery laws with subtle tweaks. Think eyelid surgery and lip enhancements done in state-run clinics. Think bare bones, not Beverly Hills. Why the risk? Many North Korean women see beauty as their ticket out, a chance to land a job and escape the strictness of the North. They're taking a gamble with their faces for a shot at a different life. Crazy, right? Number 3. Nightlife. Seoul at night? Electric. Think neon signs, thumping bass, and streets alive with energy. South Korea's nightlife scene is a choose-your-own-adventure for party people. Budget tight? Dive bars packed with students sling cheap drinks and good vibes. Feeling fancy? Rooftop clubs with panoramic cityscapes and cocktails that'll cost you a pretty penny a wait. There's even a thriving drag scene for those who like their nights more fabulous. Now, jump across the border to North Korea, and things get, well, dimmer. Forget the club scene you just pictured. Pyongyang might have a few scattered beer halls and karaoke bars, but imagine a bouncer checking IDs like it's the hottest club in town, except entries limited to the elite. Dancing all night? Not a chance. But here's the crazy part. North Koreans aren't exactly strangers to letting loose. Defectors tell stories of secret student parties hidden away in apartments. They blast illegal K-pop, risking serious trouble if caught, and dance like there's no tomorrow. Number 4. Media. South Korea, let's just say their media is all about options, baby. Freedom of speech is a big deal. Journalists can report whatever they want. Want to criticize the government? Go for it. This free-for-all has led to a booming entertainment scene that's taken the world by storm. Remember Parasite, the first ever foreign language film to win Best Picture at the Oscars? Yeah, that's South Korea for you. Now, North Korea? Their media is about as free as a bird in a cage. The government controls everything, from the news to the TV shows. Journalists can only sing the praises of the country or risk getting thrown in jail or worse. Forget about catching the latest K-pop hits or hearing anything critical about the regime. It's a whole different ballgame over there. South Korea, media buffet. North Korea, one-channel snooze fest. Big difference, right? Number 5. Economy. Let's talk about money, honey. South Korea, they're living large with the world's 13th biggest economy. We're talking piles of cash, almost $2 trillion. Their industries are all high-tech, churning out electronics, cars, and chips. The average South Korean rakes in over 32 grand a year, enough to buy all the kimchi you can handle, while the North Korean economy is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Their GDP is a measly $25 billion. chump change compared to the South. Forget fancy factories, they're stuck with old school stuff like farming and fishing. The average paycheck? Well, it depends on who you ask. High-ranking officials might see a cool $1,000 a month, but it's a whole different story for regular folks. We're talking $60 a month. Sometimes even as low as 2 or 3. How do they survive? Well, North Korea claims they don't pay taxes, but with food shortages and barely any fuel, it's clear most people are just scraping by. Number 6. Tourism. The Korean Peninsula offers a stark contrast for tourists. South Korea, a thriving democracy, welcomes over 17 million visitors annually. Explore neon-lit metropolises like Seoul or hike the diverse landscapes of Seoul National Park. Renowned for its high-speed Wi-Fi, bullet trains, and modern amenities, South Korea caters to every interest. Immerse yourself in ancient temples, delve into royal palaces, or savor the vibrant K-pop culture. North Korea presents a vastly different experience. Only 5,000 tourists visit annually, following strictly regimented tours. Expect visits to monuments glorifying the ruling Kim family and the state ideology of self-reliance. Witness mass displays of national pride in the colossal May Day Stadium, or delve into Pyongyang's towering socialist architecture. While restrictive, a trip offers a glimpse into a society largely closed off to the world. In essence, South Korea beckons with its modern marvels and democratic spirit, while North Korea provides a window into a more isolated, ideology-driven society. Choose your Korean adventure based on your interests and comfort with structured travel. Number 7. Famine. In South Korea, famine is understood as an extreme shortage of food, a concept that the nation is keenly aware of due to its history. Emerging from the devastation of World War II and the Korean War, South Korea has been proactive in addressing malnutrition. Engaging in global initiatives like the Zero Hunger Challenge, the country is committed to fighting famine worldwide. On the other hand, North Korea's experience with famine is grim. The 1990s saw a devastating crisis exacerbated by the collapse of the agricultural industry and the loss of support from the Soviet Union. Hundreds of thousands, if not more, perished from starvation. The regime's denial of hunger's existence left its citizens suffering in silence. Today, the government ominously warns of the possibility of another famine, instilling fear and uncertainty among its people. Living under the constant threat of starvation is a harsh reality that no one should endure. Number 8. Military. South Korea's army? Think highly trained G.I. Joes, ready to rumble. Thanks to their alliance with the US, they've got a million-strong army packed with fancy tech. But they don't have any nukes. They prefer to keep things non-nuclear these days. While North Korea has the world's biggest army by head count, their weapons are a little rusty. They make up for it with nukes, which freaks out almost everyone around them. They even test-launch missiles that could hit the US. Talk about tension. Both countries force their citizens to serve in the military, but North Korea takes it to the extreme. Men serve for a whopping 10 years, and women aren't exempt either. They have to put in 7 years. In the South, it's a bit more relaxed. Guys serve for 18 to 21 months, depending on the branch, and women can choose if they want to join. Big difference between fighting with high-tech gear and outdated weapons, and the same goes for military service, long and mandatory in the North, shorter and with options in the South. Number 9. Sports. Sports fever runs high in South Korea, with football and baseball leading the charge as fan favorites. The country's unique gift to the global sports scene, Taekwondo is a martial arts phenomenon, now practiced worldwide. South Korea's prowess at the Olympics is undeniable, boasting a hefty collection of 337 medals, including 121 gold. They truly shine in Taekwondo and short-track speed skating, capturing the world's attention with their skills. Switch gears to North Korea, where the love for sports is just as vibrant. Football, volleyball, and basketball entertain the masses, while elite athletes carve out a niche in weightlifting, gymnastics, and judo. North Korea isn't shy on the Olympic stage either, with an impressive haul of 56 medals, 16 of them gold. The 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyongyang was a heart-tugging chapter in sports history, as athletes from the North crossed into South Korea and competitors from both nations marched under a unified flag, a powerful symbol of hope and unity in the face of division. Number 10. Housing. Need a roof over your head? Buckle up, because North and South Korea are about as different as a leaky shack and a fancy condo. In North Korea, forget about browsing apartments. The government picks your place, and it isn't the Hilton. Most folks get stuck in tiny, drafty cabins in the countryside without proper heating or plumbing. Only the regime's favorites snag swanky apartments in Pyongyang, the capital city. South Korea? Complete opposite. You can choose your digs, and city apartments are all the rage. Seoul, the megacity, city might surprise you with its rent prices. In 2020, you could snag a decent 45 square meter furnished apartment for just $540 a month. It's not dirt cheap, but way more affordable compared to places like Tokyo or Hong Kong. Basically, housing in North Korea is like a government-assigned box, while South Korea offers options galore. Talk about living arrangements with a night-and-day difference. As our exploration of the Korean Peninsula ends, we hope you've discovered something new and thought-provoking about these two unique countries, from their distinct approaches to government and lifestyle to their shared heritage and culture. South Korea and North Korea offer fascinating insights into the complexities of modern and traditional life. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey across one of the world's most intriguing divides.